to a new channel. We are today playing some creatures Sonaria. Well, showcasing a new creature. This one is called the Citrulantis. Interesting name, I have to say, to be honest. As you probably noticed just by looking at the bottom left, there's no food. It doesn't get hungry. No, I know. It just has water, which is why it makes this creature so much better than you could have imagined it being. But as you can tell, it is not exactly the fastest when it comes to walking. But if I go ahead and start running, you can see it picks up the pace, and it's not the worst. So we're going to go ahead and go through its stats real quick, because that's something we'd like to know. So let's begin by going through the stats. So it has the max health of 2,600, though mine has 2,730 because a random stat that's been applied when becoming elder. And then max stamina 200, speed 25, though mine is 28. Yet I get that's another random stats boost from becoming an elder. And then damage 125, appetite 55, even though it doesn't exactly have one since it doesn't have a food meter. No bleed, and it has 0 out of 5 special mutations. So it doesn't have any mutation, and it's 2 out of 3 night vision, and it's a tier 3 out of 5. It's a herbivore, and it's a male. Well, technically, it's a photovore, if you will. It's a funny name, because basically it means that it doesn't eat anything, which is cool. And if I go ahead and just read to you what the ability this creature has, you'll find it's an interesting one. Food Restore is an ability that slightly restores some appetite to nearby players, is what it does. Basically, if you're hungry, and then let's say your friend is hungry, and then you're right next to your friend with this creature, all you do is press Q and it'll replenish some of its appetite. And then if, for example, someone tries to attack you, it has Necropoison, which is a passive ability that activates when attacked and impairs the vision of attackers while inflicting poison at the same time. Meaning, if someone is to attack you, not only will they go blind, they'll have poison on themselves. Which, I mean, you can imagine is not fun to have to deal with. So, it's a definitely tricky thing to attack, even though health isn't exactly that much. I'm sure the poison and blindness is something not too much to worry about for the attacker. So, even though it sounds like a brutal thing, I'm gonna be honest, it's not really that much of a brutal thing. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at its calls and all of its animations and that, because I can imagine that's something we want to do, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's begin with call number 1. That one was really cool. Let's go ahead and listen to number 2. I like that too. Let's go with number 3 now. That was kind of short, but very nice. And then the last one, number 4. Oh wow, that was short. Need to hear that one again. Yep, that was pretty cool. One more time. Sweet and short. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the sitting animation. This is definitely a special one because you haven't really seen this one before. So yeah, it's got a unique sitting animation. And then if we go ahead and go with laying, okay, laying is the same as most. Not a big deal. Alright. Okay, and then we shall go ahead and take a look at the aggro and cower. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is the cower, not the worst. It looks so cute when it does that. And the aggro, it's alright. Yep, it's like you mess with me, you're gonna have a terrible time. And it does not have a breathe, and yeah. So that is all the animations and such. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna talk a little about the way it looks, because that's all we do. So off the top of what I'm saying here, or what I'm seeing, is it looks like a watermelon. I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but I think it is. And that's cool. This is the default, by the way. As you can see, the picture finally loaded. It wouldn't load before. I hit it. There it is. So the default color scheme, really interesting. I like it. However, I'm no big fan of watermelons, but it looks really nice. Especially the those seedy bits in the watermelons. That looks interesting. How they managed to do that. I also like how it looks like a giraffe. It's kind of funny how it's so big. It's like a mini boreal warden in a way. That's how interesting this is. Um, yeah. So let's go ahead and rate this little bad boy because I feel like we're at that stage where we can go ahead and rate based on look, and then we're gonna also go ahead and do the same for stats. This time I want to start with looks though because that's the most interesting thing here. It looks really cool. I like the eyes. I like a lot of this. Let's actually take a closer look at the eyes real quick. Yeah, look at that. It's interesting. Do you see that little detail, like red and the red, white, and different like pink shade? Yeah, I like that. That's really cool eye detail. I also like these feathery bits. Also, I believe something the male version of the creature have that the female doesn't is this here in the front, the melon thing. Is a male only thing. So that's cool. I want to say. So look wise then, I want to say this creature is a 8 out of 10 because they could have done a little bit more in terms of I don't want to say color scheme, but pattern kind of thing. Like the pattern is a bit bland. Like they could have made it a little bit more fun, if you know what I'm trying to say here. It's tricky to explain. What I'm saying when I say fun is like the green and the other shade of green could have had like a slightly different pattern. Maybe not just like the way it is. Like, maybe if it was more melon looking. Like I know it looks like a melon, but I mean the pattern. If it looked more like a melon, maybe that would have been cool. I don't know. Now let's go ahead and do the stats. You know, the things that you all enjoy looking in finding about. So stat-wise, then the stats are 2,600 health, 200 stamina, 25 speed, 125 damage, 55 appetite, and no bleed. And then 2 out of 3 night vision, and a tier 3 out of 5. For a tier 3, the stats, I want to say, a solid 9 out of 10. It's really good. The only thing, though, is it could have been improved on speed. The default speed could have been at least 30. That would have been fair. So yeah, a 9 out of 10 and an 8 out of 10. That puts us at a 8.5 overall scoring for this creature. Really, really nice. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.